What's going on, guys? It's JWags412 here with the first review of this channel, and today we're reviewing Resident Evil 7. Now, this is not the 7th entry in the series, but that's the name they went with. It's Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Now, we're talking about audio, gameplay, backstory, all that good stuff. We're going to get into the details of this game. Now, first of all, the backstory of it, the main protagonist, his name is Ethan. And Ethan's hanging out at his house one day, and he gets an email from some random source. Anyway, it's a video of his wife, presumed to be dead for the past 3 years, that she is alive and well in Louisiana, and she stresses, don't come look for me. She says, I'm sorry I lied to you, stay away. And of course, he's not going to stay away. So he gets in the car and heads to Louisiana, to the address he was given. Now, when he gets there, he pulls up to the front gate and proceeds to go around the house because the gate is locked, and basically, performs breaking and entering on his house in search of his wife. Now, once he gets in the house, he immediately realizes that something's wrong. It's dirty. You got dead animals all over the place. Dead crows in the microwave. Something's not right with this house. It looks abandoned. What happens is, I don't want to spoil it for anybody who didn't play the game, but so you end up finding Mia locked in the basement. And immediately you can tell something's wrong. She doesn't remember calling you. She doesn't seem shocked that you're there or anything. She doesn't even seem happy to see you. And you soon learn that she is insane. Something's wrong with her. She's trying to kill you. And that leads into, she's one of the main villains you fight throughout the game. So the house that you go into is owned by the Baker family. It's the Baker estate. And it's a dad. His name is Jack. The mom's name is Marguerite. The sister's name is Chloe, but you only see her till the end of the game, and the brother's name is Lucas. So there's 4 people, and the 4 main villains of the game, the main enemies, and all these villains are fantastic. They're interesting. They're well voice acted. I really enjoyed all of them. Now, the audio of this game was A1. It was fantastic, from the way the enemies sounded to the gunfire, to the trees and the background noise, and sometimes the game will mess with you, and you'll think you heard something. You did hear something, but it's nothing threatening. It's just the game intentionally, messing with you and trying to put you on edge. And I really enjoyed that. Whether it was the floorboards creaking, growling in the distance, or it was very good. Graphics. I did a live stream beginning where I showed the graphics outside. When you first pull up to the mansion, the graphics. The outside, it looks horrible. It's pixelated. It's got a low frame rate. It looks very Minecraft-ish. It did not look like a game for 2017. And this took a couple years to make, too, so that really disappointed me. But once you get in the house, the graphics come a little better. Once you get in a little closed, more of a closed environment, they are a little better. I don't think they're that, honestly, I don't think they're that good. I played on the PS4. I thought they were a little subpar, but they were passable. The one thing, like I said, the main villains, the Baker family, was all done great. The boss fights were fantastic. They were different. They were interesting, except for the last fight. But like I said, I don't want to spoil it. But besides that, there's little or no variation in enemies at all. You fight, the main enemy you're going to encounter the whole game is called the Molded. And what the Molded is, it's a big, tall, black, like a tar monster with teeth. That's how I can describe it. And you fight that throughout the whole game. And they're not hard to figure out. They're pretty slow, not very smart. And then there's a variation on them that almost looks like this guy right here. It's a liquor from the previous games. It's just a black, it's basically just a Molded, but on all 4s. And they jump a little bit, but it's basically the same thing. And then you got these big, fat, almost like if you ever played Gears of War, like the boomers on there. Big, fat, slow Molded. And they shoot, they vomit from far away and try to hit you, almost like The Last of Us. I forget what those were called, those big Belgian things that blew up. But that's literally the only other enemies you encounter besides the Baker family. Now, some small stuff like flying moss that are overgrown that try to hurt you, or little tiny spiders, but that's about it. So for the whole game, basically the story goes, you find your wife and you're trying to escape this mansion. What happens is the sister Zoe, she calls you throughout the house and is trying to lead you in the right path, to get out of this situation alive. And she also needs your help to create a serum for the family, because the whole family is affected by a virus that is unexplained in the beginning. But you will find out about that as you progress through the game. That's basically the whole. It's not the whole story, but I don't want to give the whole thing away. But it's classic Resident Evil. It's an outlandish story. But it was, for the most part, it was pretty good. By the end of the game, I didn't know. It kind of threw me off guard. They threw a pretty good twist in it, and I was pleasantly surprised. So for the whole game, for the main game, I would give it. I'm a big fan of Resident Evil, so I would give it a 8 out of 10. It was pretty good. It was first person, which a lot of people didn't like. So it was the first hour and a half of the game resembles, Outlast, Alien Isolation. You have no weapons, you feel vulnerable. You're doing a lot of hiding, running around the house, scavenging. But after that hour and a half, 2 hour mark, you start to build up your inventory, and you start feeling a little less vulnerable because now you have a shotgun, a grenade launcher, pistol, and it's classic Resident. It felt like Resident Evil as well. You're combining herbs, you're solving puzzles. Inventory management is a huge factor. You constantly be backtracking to put a key away or grab a key that you left behind. So it was pretty good. It felt like a Resident Evil game, which is something the series has been lacking for a couple years now, ever since Resident Evil 5 and 6. So yeah, so the main game I'll give it 8 out of 10. I recommend picking the game up at full price. If you have PlayStation VR, it's probably even better. Even though from what I saw, it looked kind of dumb because it cuts your arms off right here. So basically, you're just a head and arms walk around, because in VR mode, you only have a body, so you look down, and it's just arms and a head. But it's the first VR full game that's in VR, so that's pretty cool. So the first DLC we're gonna get into is the whole DLC is called Banned Footage, and Volume 1 has 3 game modes: Bedroom, Ethan Must Die, and Nightmare. Now, Bedroom is a backstory to a cameraman that was there named Clancy, and basically you're in a bedroom, tied to a bed, and you have to get out. Marguerite is feeding you food, and you have to escape. A lot of puzzles, almost like a Saw kind of environment. You gotta use the environment, see what you can, how to figure out how to get out of this room. But the kicker is, Marguerite keeps coming in and out of the room, so she's gonna notice if you put anything out of place or something's not right, and then she'll make you pay for it. Ethan Must Die is extremely hard game mode, where you go through a house and scavenge supplies, and I didn't play too much of it. I don't know what the main objective is of the game, but it's extremely hard. One hit will kill you, so it's for that perfectionist. I didn't really enjoy it. I would avoid that mode. Then Nightmare is like a tower defense mode. You're in the basement, almost like Horde mode. Endless waves of enemies and Jack Baker. And you gotta survive like 5 nights, I think, which is similar to Five Nights at Freddy. Survive till morning and you win. I didn't like that game mode either. I would avoid it. And that was $10 for that one. Now that came out 1 week after the game originally came out, so that tells me that it was already done. It's just there for extra money, but that's all games nowadays. I bought the standard edition, but they had the deluxe edition, collector's edition, all that bullshit. And then the second set of DLC was Sisters, Jack's 51st birthday, and a game called 21. Now Sisters is it shows what happens prior to you arriving at the Baker, almost a couple years. It shows how the Baker family in a normal environment, and then what led to them becoming crazy. That was pretty cool. You could go through a house a little bit before it was all crazy and messed up, and see what initiated that transition. Jack's 51st birthday is the stupidest game mode ever. So his name is Daddy, and they call him Daddy in the game. He's the main villain. Looks like Texas Chainsaw Man. He's the one with the beard and the glasses. You gotta go around the house and get him chicken, balls of wine, balls of ketchup, and feed him, and take his meter to satisfactory. And as you go through a house, you gotta pick up the food. You're encountering enemies, and he's wearing a clown hat. It's the stupidest shit ever. Straight cash grab. Avoid that game mode altogether. Then 21 is Lucas has you and another person, Clancy the cameraman, another person across the table, and you're playing blackjack. 21. But instead of betting money, you're betting fingers. You can double up fingers. You get electrocuted. But the point of that game was to survive. It was entertaining, but the second DLC is $15. I didn't feel that was worth the asking price. So $25 in DLC. What, 3 weeks after the game was released? I don't know. So $85 total. I don't feel that DLC was worth it. If you're gonna get the game, just buy the regular game. But yeah, for the overall package, I enjoy Resident Evil 7. I mean, Resident Evil fell off over the years, but Resident Evil 7 was a step in the right direction. I'm excited to see what they do next to it. But okay, that's my review on Resident Evil 7. I really enjoyed it. I'd recommend picking it up. It's probably gonna be on sale pretty soon here, so if you can get it for $40, $50, that's a steal for this game. I'll be doing other reviews in the future, horror games and other games. If you enjoy this video, please like, comment, subscribe. JWags412 is the channel. I live stream once or twice a week, mainly horror games. But okay, guys, I appreciate you watching this video, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks.